feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them.
He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man.
You already make the big money.
He's a man.
Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there.
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that! It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of these folks over here, BS3 TV. Glad to be a part of the family. If you got a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV, click on that link, and you're going to be glad you did. A lot of great shows, and glad that the lunch break is possible. I also want to welcome my brother, Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review and family, to the BS3 family. Yeah, absolutely. They did a takeover this past Thursday, and they're going to do it again this Thursday. So, man, I can't wait. I love seeing brothers and sisters create and be a part of the family. So that's good stuff. All right. Listen, I got a lot to talk about today and not enough minutes to talk about it in. So let me get right to it. Jalen Hurts. Channel View's own Jalen Hurts. If you don't know where Channel View is, it's just outside of Houston. Jalen Hurts, $255 million 5-year extension to stay with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I gotta give him love. Give him love. I like how one of my sister friends put it. Benched at halftime of a national championship game, loses his starting position, transfers to Oklahoma, and is highly unliked once he's drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles to being one of the top highest paid quarterbacks in the whole doggone game. And I got to give Nicole Lynn some credit. She is his agent. He's got an entire team of women handling his business. And I love it. I love everything about Jalen. I love everything he stands for. I don't give a doggone if you don't like the way he plays, his style. How long can that last in the league? Well, he got $255 million and almost $180 million of it guaranteed to take care of him if it doesn't last. But the brother got him within a few plays of winning a Super Bowl in Philadelphia. And I believe, not we believe, I believe he's going to get them back there again. But he and his family are set for life, and I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy for Jalen Hurts. Great job, Jalen. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations, brother. I know he's not my frat, but he's Divine 9, and that's another reason for me to love on him. So, Agent Nicole, golly, girl, you're doing a phenomenal job. So, again, I had to jump right off the rip with that one right there. So, again, Jalen Hurts, let's get it, bro. Let's get it now. Your money's tight. As Marshawn Lynch take care of your chicken. take care of your mentals, take care of your body. All that's strong, brother. All that's strong. Now, let's get back and get that chip. Let's get back and get that chip. All right, a lot of folks are still wondering what's going to happen with Lamar Jackson. Listen, Lamar Jackson is going to handle his business. Lamar Jackson is going to be a starting quarterback on the first Sunday in September, second Sunday, whenever they start, somewhere, unless he decides to sit out. If he decides not to play under the franchise tag for the for the Baltimore Ravens, so be it. That's that man's choice, and everything else is our opinions or yours. We see how Philadelphia took care of their franchise quarterback. We've seen Buffalo take care of their franchise quarterback. We've seen Kansas City take care of their franchise quarterback. Now we need to see Baltimore take care of their franchise quarterbacks, because like my grandmother used to say, listen, what you won't do, somebody else will. What you won't do for yours, somebody else will. So if Baltimore is done with Lamar, hear me when I say Lamar will be welcomed and paid handsomely by somebody else. And I don't give a doggone what Arthur Blank has to say about it. I'm kind of blank to him. So anyway, those are the two things I wanted to start off on the rip. All right, let's get to the NBA playoffs. Let's get to the NBA playoffs. Man, some surprises from this weekend. Let's just get right to this weekend's games. On Saturday, Philadelphia ran through, over, and around the Brooklyn Nets, 121-101, led by none other than James Harden. I'm talking about this weekend now, not talking about last night. I'm talking about you got to give Harden love for 23 points, 13 assists, and shooting 7 for 13 from 3. The man was a difference maker, and he and Maxey and Embiid left Brooklyn scratching their heads, take a very strong 1-0 lead. Then they turned around and did it last night. Got another win, so they are up 2-0 on Brooklyn. And, Harden didn't have to do all that last night. Had a tough night shooting. But when you got a balanced team, there were some nights when Magic was off and Worthy picked things up. There were some nights when Michael was off and Scotty picked things up. There was some nights when your star player is not going to be a star, but other guys on that team pick them up. But the bottom line is they got a big win. And right now they're up 2-0 on Brooklyn and getting ready to flip over to Brooklyn. Again, on Saturday, Boston said, we ain't playing with Atlanta. Dirty Birds and all that, fly hawks, fly and all that kind of stuff. Listen, 112-99. And Boston just could not miss, man. Boston could not miss. How about the New York Knicks? Is Willie Gibson okay? Have y'all checked on Willie G? Because, man, Cleveland was at home in their first playoff game without LeBron James, and 101-97. 101-97, the Knicks got it done. And then that late night game. Boy, that game later on that night with the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings, I had to turn it off because I thought that Sacramento was going to blow it. They did not. On Saturday, they took it 126-123 and took down the Golden State Warriors in game 1 of the playoffs. Now, I get it that they're in Sacktown. I get it that they got to get ready to go to San Francisco where Golden State lives, what they say where the money resides. But hear me when I say they are going in having fully defended their home court because they got another win last night. They did it to them again last night. And say what you want to say, but Barnes and Fox and Sabonis and those guys are not scared. Monk, those boys are not scared of the defending NBA champions, Golden State Warriors. And oh yeah, by the way, Golden State's got a few problems. I'm going to take a break. When I come back, we're going to talk about their problems before we get into the Sunday games and last night's games. It is Talk Your Team Tuesday. You're a Warriors fan? Come talk your stuff. You a Boston fan? Come talk your stuff. You an NFL team fan? Talk your stuff. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday right here on the lunch break, powered by the JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
When the man said that Sharifa Barksdale is on the verge, she's getting ready to set the world record. And I lost concentration and I fall off that hurdle. I was devastated.
Posición game ball de Canadá, dominando la prueba y la estadounidense Sharifa Barksdale está en.
When I fell over that hurdle, it ended my career. And then all of a sudden, my coach grabs me by the throat. And I was going through some paperwork and seeing that he had spent 10 years in prison. And I was just like floored. It turned to domestic violence. I was terrified. So if I left, I don't know if I was going to die. My family didn't know if they was going to get a phone call to say that Sharifa was dead.
8910 radio, I said a vehicle took a shot at me. Southbound on East 95th.
Broke the U.S. record in the 400-meter hurdles. Represented the United States of America.
Imagine being on the biggest, fastest roller coaster that you have ever been on. That's the way my life was for 20 years.
I never had no trouble out of her being what she wanted to be. Because if this is what she wanted to be a runner, well, God bless her, and he did.
My name is James Jeter, and I won $500 on the lunch break in the Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
All right, y'all. James Jeter getting it in. Yeah, bro. I had to give him some love. I don't know what happened to the promo that we did, but let me see where that is. We'll try and get that loaded up. All right, we're back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3. It is our Talk Your Team Tuesday, and as I said, we got a lot to talk about. We're talking about the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. Last night, Sacramento took game two of that series, by the final score of 114-106. Of course, there was controversy in the game. Fourth quarter, little tussle under the basket. Sabonis got knocked on the ground. And Draymond Green ends up over Sabonis. Sabonis grabs Draymond Green's leg as Draymond is trying to run up court. Draymond goes to pull his leg free, and then steps down, and I'm being very generous when I say steps down. It was more like a stomp down on Sabonis's chest. And then he leaps in the air to hop off from and out from over Sabonis. Obviously, the refs called a foul. They ended up calling a technical foul against Sabonis for grabbing Draymond's leg. Flagrant 1, I believe, was the call. But then they called a flagrant 2 on Draymond Green for stomping on the chest of Sabonis. After the game, Draymond said, "Hey, listen, he grabbed my leg. Second night in a row, they grabbing my legs. Refs are just watching it, not doing nothing about it. Well, you know, I'm going to do what I got to do, basically." And then he said, "You know, I'm not a very flexible guy, and my leg is not just going to, you know, flex out like that. I can only stretch so far. So he felt like his foot had to come down somewhere. And I know a lot of Golden State fans. Willie, don't be mad. I read the comments. I know a lot of Golden State fans feel like it was not intentional. It was just a normal reaction to having his leg being grabbed and trying to pull himself free. And like he said, his foot had to come down somewhere." Fans are going to see what they want to see. If they're Golden State fans, they're going to see it as non-intentional. If they're a Sacramento fan, they're going to say it was intentional as heck. Sabonis had to have x-rays to his chest. Draymond demanded x-rays for his ankle because now he's feeling like his ankle is a little sore as a result of what Sabonis did to him. Let me say this, and I don't have, I'm not a Sacramento fan, although I love the job that Mike Brown and De'Aaron and all of them are doing. I'm not a fan of Golden State, but I'm also objective. Here's my thing. I don't care which side you are on this. Here's one fact that is undeniable. Draymond Green's worst problem in the NBA is not the refs. It's not the other team. It's not Sabonis grabbing his ankle, his leg. It's him. It's him. Draymond has got to realize that he does his team no favors whatsoever when he causes himself to be ejected and is no longer available for his team in a game, in a series, in whatever. Everybody goes back to when he walked over LeBron James in the Cleveland Golden State series. Again, avoidable. Did it, got called for it, ended up getting suspended. Oh, well, if Draymond hadn't gotten suspended, then Golden State would have beat Cleveland. Here's the bottom line. If Draymond had controlled Draymond wouldn't have gotten suspended. Draymond got suspended again this year for too many flagrant fouls. Draymond quite possibly is going to get suspended in this series, and he can blame nobody but himself if he does. If everything that Draymond says is true, oh, they ain't calling them on me, they're always watching on me, they're always picking on me, everything is against me, then you know that you can't do that. You know you can't do that. And one thing that stands out to me, if I'm the commissioner, if I'm over punishment, I look at another piece of the puzzle. After the play, Draymond goes over to the crowd and he is absolutely giving it to the Sacramento fans. That doesn't sound like a man. That doesn't look like a man who accidentally stepped on somebody. His foot had to come down somewhere. That looks like a man who was frustrated and decided enough is enough, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. If you do that and you decide enough is enough and you're going to take matters into your own hand when the referees don't call it, then guess what? Every reaction, decision has a consequence. And the consequence may be he gets suspended for one of the games in the series, already trailing 2-0. And if you look at the stats, Golden State is a lot better when they got Steph, Clay, and Draymond on the court at the same time. If Draymond decided in that moment, in the heat of battle, that he was going to put himself in a position to have to make a decision that could have consequences beyond his control. Draymond has nobody to blame but Draymond Green. Y'all love it when Draymond is clapping back at Brooks from Memphis. Y'all love it when Draymond is coming for this player and that player. Y'all love all the little things that Draymond says. But guess what? As George Foreman said in the movie last night that I got a chance to premiere with business clients and with media colleagues, it's a sport with rules. It's not a free-for-all. It's not fighting. It's a sport with rules. And even though Sabonis broke the rules, so did Draymond. And Draymond's consequences may be different and more severe than Sabonis's. Can't blame nobody for that but Draymond. Take a break. Be right back. Wrap it up right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
This is a BS3 network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations. There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap-B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap-B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
Live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
When the man said that Sharifa Barksdale is on the verge, she's getting ready to set the world record. And I lost concentration and I followed that hurdle. I was devastated.
Posición game ball de Canadá, dominando la prueba y la estadounidense Sharifa Barksdale está en.
When I fell over that hurdle, it ended my career. And then all of a sudden, my coach grabs me by the throat. And I was going through some paperwork and seeing that he had spent 10 years in prison. And I was just like floored.
It turned to domestic violence.
I was terrified. So if I left, I don't know if I was going to die. My family didn't know if they was going to get a phone call to say that Sharifa was dead.
8910 radio, I said a vehicle took a shot at me. Southbound on East 95th.
Broke the U.S. record in the 400-meter hurdles. Represented the United States of America.
Imagine being on the biggest, fastest roller coaster that you have ever been on. That's the way my life was for 20 years.
I never had no trouble out of her being what she wanted to be. Because if this is what she wanted to be a runner, well, God bless her, and he did.
My name is JM&E, and I won $500 on the lunch break in the Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for earlier and played the wrong thing. So congratulations, James Jeter, winning the $500 on the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses bracket challenge for March Madness. Again, we're going to work on getting the men and the women bracket challenge for next season. And get ready, because the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge is getting ready to come up for the NFL. Start following your teams. Start following your teams so you can get in and win $500 cash. All right, I gotta pull this up. Erica with a K says, I mean, it happens. Now, I know what she's talking about. Erica is talking about stepping on a player who was down on the ground, because Erica experienced that while she was at Mizzou as a Player of the Year candidate. And I wish I could get Erica on the show, but, she's been ghosting me. I couldn't get her on last Friday. Had a whole lot of stuff going on. I don't think either one of us were ready for a show on Friday, but I got to get her on the show because I would like her input on a subject that she is intimately familiar with. Because for me, this is a Draymond problem. It wasn't a Sabonis problem. It wasn't a referee problem. It wasn't a Sacramento problem. It wasn't a Golden State problem. It's a Draymond problem. And if Draymond wants to keep making decisions like that cost him his availability to his team, that's on Draymond. I can't lose no sleep over that. I won't lose any sleep over that. All right, so then let's get the Sunday games, and then let me get ready to get out of here on Sunday. How about them LA Lakers? Oh, they're sorry. They're trash. They can't do this. They can't do that. All they did was beat the Memphis Grizzlies 128-112. But let me just say this. I am praying for Ja Morant. I'm praying for him. The way he came down on his hand, hurt, could not come back in the game. I'm definitely praying that young man is okay. And man, LA has put together a team that can knock down shots, that can get their shot off the dribble, and can pass the ball. And man, LeBron, Anthony, they got help. So they're up 1-0 in that series. Miami beat the Bucks 130-117. Man, again, without your star player, without Giannis, Milwaukee just didn't have a chance. The Clippers beat the Suns 115-110. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Clippers looking pretty good. Everybody was talking about Kawhi. Oh, he's never available during the play. Kawhi toughed it up and played, got the win for his squad on the road. And then Denver blasted Minnesota 109-80. Again, you got my boy, you got little Pitbull running around. What did Russ Westbrook say, man? This dude's got y'all fooled, running around talking about he playing defense. Yeah, they got steamrolled by Denver. Then last night, 76ers again took a 2-0 lead, beating the Nets 96-84. And the Kings are up 2-0 after beating the Warriors. All right, here's what we got tonight. Tonight, the early game, you got the Celtics hosting the Hawks again. I got Boston again. You got the Knicks visiting Cleveland. I've got Cleveland in that one. And then you got the Clippers and the Suns. I've got the Suns tying the series. All right, that's what I got. Erica came back and she said she held my ankle. Did you step on her chest? Now, you stepped on some other part of it. I think, didn't you step on the girl's face or her head or something like that? Did you get suspended? I know you got a tag, but did you get suspended? Just out of curiosity. We want the tea. We need the tea. Can we get the tea? I got like 2 minutes. No, you did not get suspended. But did you get teched up? Did you get teed up? You didn't get teed up either? What in the Hades? Are you serious? Oh, man, I need to be a referee. Let me be a referee. I'm telling you now, I'm teeing folks up, and say one thing to me. Say one thing to me, because I'm sending you to the locker room. Yeah, you can talk all that talk in there. No call. Oh, mean. Just mean. Erica with a K, mean. It was the way my foot fell. Don't condone that, y'all. Run with that if you want to. Run with that if you want to, and see how far that's going to take. Draymond tried it and found out. Run with that if you want to. I'm telling you, that ain't the way it goes. So, Erica with a K, we got to get you on. I need to hear what you talking about. I'm gonna tell the parents to hide the kids and not have any of they sons or daughters listening on that day, because baby, you about to send some folk in a yeah, man. I know, Donna, right? Donna, right? All right, y'all, let me get ready to get out of here, man. Let me get ready to get out of here. I think I talked about everything I need to talk about. I talked about Jalen Hurts, talked about the NBA playoffs, in the NFL draft, man. Nick Casario said, y'all can start all the rumors you want to start. I ain't going nowhere, and y'all will find out who we pick at number 2 when we pick at number 2. Erica say, no blood, no foul. Erica, I'm praying for you, child. I'm praying. Come unto Jesus while you have time. That's for Erica. That's for Erica. That's for Erica. All right, listen, man, I'm out. Y'all tune in tomorrow for Winning Wednesday. Y'all be sure and check out the Houston Round Ball Review Takeover on Thursday, and then see what happens on Freestyle Friday. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I really do love you, and there's nothing you can do about it except don't be like Erica and Draymond. Stop stepping on people, all right? All right, y'all. We will talk to y'all soon. Y'all take care.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. Number 1, Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, the lone black Republican in the U.S. Senate, released an announcement last week about the creation of a presidential exploratory committee. Although not a full-throated announcement of a run, Scott's words and actions appear to signal his intention to toss his hat into the 2024 presidential ring, followed by a visit to Iowa, the first Republican caucus state. The creation of a committee allows the 10-year senator to keep his name in the conversation that includes other candidates, build a campaign staff, and continue the wooing process of heavily pocketed contributors. The question is he running for president or vice president? Number 2, a new study from the Pew Research Center indicates women's financial contributions have grown steadily over the last half-century. In 29% of marriages today, both spouses earn about the same amount of money. Just over half, or 55% of marriages today, have a husband who is the primary or sole breadwinner, and 16% have a wife who is the breadwinner. Among the female spouses overall, black women are more likely than any other demographic to be the primary or sole breadwinner in their marriage. Number 3, the symptoms of a stroke will vary from person to person, and an ischemic stroke or a mini stroke will look very different from a hemorrhagic stroke. Some stroke symptoms aren't outwardly visible, such as numbness, weakness, confusion, vision changes, loss of balance, or a severe headache. Go to the What You Need to Know newsletter for more information on some of these non-visible symptoms of strokes. Number 4, Romeo Pierre Lewis, a 5-year-old elementary student at a school in West Hartford, Connecticut, died a year ago, April 7, 2022, after collapsing while playing tag during school recess. According to a lawsuit filed by the boy's parents, Romeo suffered from a medical condition they were unaware of until his death, and teachers nearby did nothing to help him because they thought he was playing dead. According to a police report, a medical examiner listed the child's cause of death as cardiac channelopathy, a genetic disorder where the heart's electrical activity is abnormal. Number 5, if you're planning to max out your 401k for 2023 and want to save even more, you may consider after-tax 401k contributions. It's also worth considering if you're a higher earner looking for ways to save. For 2023, you can defer up to $22,500 in your 401k, and savers age 50 and older can add another $7,500. Be sure to go to our CPA to the stars, Katrina M. Kraft, in today's What You Need to Know newsletter. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. The best way to conquer fear is to do the things that scare you most. That result is growth. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian Damon Williams and producer Ahmed Gordon as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partner, the American Heart Association. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
My name is JM&E, and I won $500 on the lunch money of the Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.